organized my TBR by color. Do you like it? Do you think it looks vogue? Hello everybody, I'm gonna do an August book haul today, which is large and sad, because I didn't think I was gonna buy a lot of books this summer, but here we are! So I have two things to unbox and then the rest I've already opened or bought. I'm gonna talk about these library books first because they're all from the same author and I can just go through them really quickly. So Ellen Hopkins, she's coming to Dallas in September, so I was like, hey, should probably read some of her books because I've heard a ton about her and I still haven't read anything. So I got 5 books from the library. I got Crank, the obvious choice because it's the most popular. One that I thought sounded cool, Tricks. One that is the most recommended that I read is Identical. Second most recommended, Burned, and then just another one I thought was cool, Tilt. I can't give you synopses on very many of these other than I know Identical is about twins, if you haven't guessed that. Then the 2 books that I received from Penguin for review this month is Between the Spark and the Burn, which is the second book to Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea. So I adore this cover, first of all. Can we just talk about it? Have not read the first one yet though, so I really need to get on these. And I hear they're super cool. It's about like a girl who falls in love with the devil or something like that. I read the first couple chapters of the first one and it sounded good. Speaking of books that sound good, I heard the synopsis for this one and was like, yeah, so this is Blind by Rachel DeVoskin. It's not German, DeWoskin. I don't know how to say your last name, I'm sorry. But this is obviously about somebody who is blind. I am super excited to read this because the first thing that comes to my mind is like, oh, a book from Isaac's perspective. This, I hope, is gonna be really cool, really different, so really excited to read that. And then my amazing friend Julia, who we've been talking on Goodreads for a while, she decided she wanted to send me a late birthday present, and I was expecting like a book, but she sent me this package just full of stuff, including more than 1 book, and I was just so emotional about it. I already told her thank you, but I'm gonna say it again. Thank you so much, Julia. You are the bomb, biggity.com bee's knees, and here are the books that she sent me. The first book is The Vincent Boys by Abby Glines. This is, I believe, a new adult series, and this is the first one. I think there's 3 or 4 of them. Probably 3. And I read Abby Glines' young adult series and really enjoyed it, so I'm really excited to have this one. The second book I hadn't heard of, and it's Timeless by Alexandria Manier. I read the synopsis for this the day I got it, but I've since forgotten what it's about, but it's a really pretty cover. And it's really short, so I do want to try reading it. And then lastly, she got me something I'm really excited about. She got me The Darkest Minds, which I've already read and really enjoyed. I just don't own a copy of, so finally, Never Fade Won't Be Alone anymore. And then I went to Walmart earlier this month and saw this and was like, I need that. That is Let's Get Lost by Audie Alsed. I have no clue if that's how you pronounce his name, so correct me if I'm wrong. I really have to say though, this cover looks so much prettier in pictures and in videos than it does in person. I don't know, something about it, I just saw it and was like, oh. I've been interested in this for a while. I'm a sucker for road trip books, so whenever I saw this I kind of leapt on it because I do want to read it. I saw Cassidy's review for it and just am really interested in it. And yeah, I can have it to get it signed. Swiggity swag. And then this month I made not 1, but 2 book outlet orders, and they were having sales, so technically I'm not like committing any crimes here. The first order I got came about a week ago, so I already opened it, and here are the books I got from that shipment. The other shipment I haven't opened yet, so yeah. Anyway, the first book is a Lisa Schroeder book that is Falling for You. I was so excited to be getting another Lisa Schroeder book, but then I saw this one wasn't in verse, so I'm still really excited to read it because I love Lisa Schroeder's writing, but I'm really also interested to see how her verse books will compare with her regular novel books. The second book I got was Dueled by Elsie Chapman. Ever since I found out the synopsis for this, I've been so intrigued by it and I knew I had to have it one day, so when I saw it for like $5, I was like, it's mine. It's where you have like a twin out somewhere in the world and you have to go find and kill them. That's so cool! So yeah, I've had my eye on this for a very long time. I'm very excited to have it. The next book I got is How to Love by Katie Cotugno, and this book is actually categorized under the adult section, so if you've never seen this book on Book Outlet before, that's because it's not in the young adult section. And there's like a ton of them, so I don't know if people just don't want this book or if people haven't seen it because it's mislabeled. Who knows? Anyway, about the actual book. I've heard very mixed things about this, and when I say mixed, most people don't like it, but it's about teen pregnancy, and I've never read a book like that before, so nevertheless, I still really want to try it out and see what I think about it, so yeah. Also, I love this cover. It's like fangirl with the mint green. So pretty. Then I got 2 graphic novels. The first one is Anya's Ghost by Vera Broskall. I know Sarah from Sarah Churchill just read this and she really liked it, so I'm interested if I'm gonna like it too because I've been getting into graphic novels. I'm excited to read this. Yeah, I love graphic novels because they go by quickly. And then the other graphic novel I got is pretty large, which is cool, and that is Boxers by Jean Luan Yang. I saw this whenever I was at Reagan's house filming a collab thing with her, and she had a box set of them, and I just thought they looked like the coolest thing ever, so I obviously picked up a copy of my own. The next book I got is Middle Grade, and this title is so unnecessary. It's like, just listen. The girl who circumnavigated fairyland in a ship of her own making. I thought Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children was bad, but someone just won the long title competition. This book I've heard around from a ton of people just being like talking about it, but I've never actually heard what people thought of this book, but read the synopsis and thought it was pretty cool. It just seems like a very adventuristic, light to read. It's middle grade, like I said, so I really hope if I'm gonna take anything from this, it's just gonna be fun and quick. Plus, Tahada's new book, Furthermore, is middle grade, and I kind of need to coax myself into that type of writing. Speaking of Tahada, I bought a book just because it has her name and a blurb on the back. That book is Owl, All Our Pretty Songs by Sarah McCarry. I have no idea what this is about, except on the back it says, Praise for all our pretty songs. All Our Pretty Songs is a gorgeous, haunting tale of love and loss that manages not only to be deeply passionate, but desperately tender. The prose melts in your mouth. Tahada Mafi, New York Times bestselling author of the Shatter Me series. So obviously, I was a bit interested. Now we get into this package, which is from someone who sells books on Instagram. However, for this, I didn't sell or buy anything. I traded her a book. So I sent her a book that I was unhauling, and she sent me this book, and that book is Asylum by Madeline Rooks. I know this is an ARC copy, but I really don't care because I don't know if I'll love this book. If I do, I might go out and buy it in regular binding. But yeah, I've been really interested in this book because it's really reminiscent of Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children with the drawings and pictures. So really excited to read this. I hope it's not too creepy. But this girl that sent me this is amazing. She sells a ton of books for like $3 in her Instagram. She is super trustworthy, so if you live in the US and you want really cheap books, I will leave in the description her username so you can go check out her account. And now we have the unboxing. It's so heavy. This is probably like 20 pounds, so let's do this. Is anyone else kind of done with all this paper? So, the first things I'm seeing right now is Love and Other Perishable Items. This book I've seen forever around everywhere, and I finally read the synopsis, and it's about a 15-year-old that falls in love with a 21-year-old. So I think it's gonna be good. Like, I don't know, it's kind of my life to be like, wow, celebrity crush. He is literally 10 years older than me. So I just think this is gonna be like, not light, but definitely just something kind of quirky to read, so yeah, really excited for this. It's shorter than I thought too, so that might go by quickly. Then I got The Georges and the Jewels by Jane Smiley. I was obsessed with horse books when I was a kid because I wanted a horse so badly. Dream came true, BT dubs, love you Ollie. So this is just a book about a girl who lives on a farm, and I really liked it whenever I was little, so I might reread it and reminisce, but I've been seeing this on Book Outlet so much. Hashtag nostalgia made me do it. The next book I have is Forget You by Jennifer Eccles. Jennifer Eccles has written like 4 books that are always on Book Outlet, and They're all kind of about like problematic teenagers, but this is the one that sounded the most interesting to me. It's just about like drama and boyfriends and family issues and very Sarah Dessen-esque, except maybe a little bit more of serious topics. So if you've read anything by her, let me know, because I have not and I'm kind of hesitant, but still want to try this one out. The next book is something I'm really excited I got. This is The F It List by Julie Halpern. You can probably guess what this is about just because of the title, but it's about a girl. Whoa! Oh my gosh, it's textured. That is cool. A+ publishing company. It's about a girl with cancer who has a bucket list, so I hope it's gonna be really fun, maybe a little better than Side Effects May Vary, just like a spin-off of that. And yeah, I really like Side Effects May Vary, and they sound very similar. So excited for this, can't stop feeling the texture part right here. No one told me about this. This is great. I love touchy-feely books. And then I got American Born Chinese, which is a book written by the same, or a graphic novel written by the same person that did the Boxers graphic novel series, and this is one that has an award on it, so hopefully that means this will be good, and I'm pretty sure the title kind of explains what this is about. American Born Chinese. Easy enough. The next book I see in here is Canterwood Crest by Jessica Burkhart, and as you can tell, this is a middle grade horse series, which means that I read it when I was a kid, and this is like a 20-book series now, but I remember reading the very first ones, and it's like about a horse boarding school. Again, as a little kid, I was obsessed, and I really want to relive this because, I don't know, I just want to own all my childhood books, and this was like $1 or $2, so don't judge me. Then I got The Tragedy Paper by Elizabeth Laban. I saw this in a Tumblr post that was recommending books for young adult readers that, like, if you like looking for Alaska, you'll like The Tragedy Paper, and I just liked the way that it was described. So it's boarding school, ooh, we have a map. Other than the fact that this has a map, I think it's gonna be really chill. It's really pretty. I've seen this around before but never knew what it was about, and now that I know kind of the gist of it, I'm really interested. So if you like looking for Alaska, try this out with me. So I bought coloring books! Yay! Yeah, I really don't know what possessed me to do this, but I saw them and was like, wow, 25 cents for a coloring book? That's a low price. Thumbs up if you got that reference. So this one is Disney Princesses. We've got The Beast, and then we've got Ariel and Flounder. I think I'm gonna stick this in my backpack and do it when I'm bored at school. The other one I have is a farm coloring book, which I'm kind of disappointed about because you just fill in the animals, but whatever, I'm gonna scribble that like hecky. Now we have Saints by Jean, a Yang person. This is the sequel to Boxers, and it's written from the perspective of the other people. Okay, I didn't even give you a synopsis on the first one, so that's why this isn't gonna make any sense. It's about the Boxer Rebellion, and so the first one's written from a Chinese person's rebellion perspective. The second one is written from the perspective of like the soldier people. So yeah, I think, oh my gosh, that's gonna be embarrassing if it's not. The next book I got is The Marbury Lens by Andrew Smith. This has always sounded cool to me, but I've never seen it get very good reviews, so when I saw it cheap, I knew I wanted to try it out. This is about a guy who finds, like, it's a Marbury lens, I don't know what that is, but he puts it on and he can see into, like, an alternate universe, and Andrew Smith has never ceased to impress me with his writing, so I wanted to try it out. The second to last book I have is Eve and Adam by Michael Grant and Catherine Applegate. This book I've seen everywhere, as I'm sure you have also, and I never really gave it a second glance, but then I reread the synopsis and was like, okay, for like $1.50 we can do it. This is about a girl who creates a perfect boy, and there's probably other stuff that happens, but that sounds cool because I wish I could do that, and if there's any time a book synopsis makes me feel like I want that, or I like that, or I want to do that, or I wish that was me, I'm always gonna buy that book. And the last book for this giant, sad, large haul is Take Me There by Carolee Dean. it's a road trip book, so we know why I bought it. In general, I just think this is gonna be a really neat read, so yeah. Can you tell half the books I bought I don't know a lot about and just kind of like delved into it like, hey, it's cheap. That was completely me. And that is everything I bought. Time to thumbnail. Let's play a game of can I thumbnail or will I die? And they're gonna fall. I think that was good enough. So thank you for watching this haul. Hopefully, I say this every month, but hopefully I won't buy as much next month. That is the goal. Okay, goodbye!